This is the local and national news from fabulous 103 FM, and it would be fabulous if you subscribed. It's easy. Click the subscribe button, and at the same time, click the like button too. New dads working for Thailand's government have now been given the right to take 15 consecutive working days paternity leave with full pay. Following an agreement signed by a deputy caretaker prime minister last month, they can opt for a 30-day break, but at half pay. The changes are surprising many who believed that new regulations would be left to the next government to review before approval. That obviously isn't the case. In Chiang Mai, a 22-year-old Malaysian lady, Angie Chong Sum Yi, is being sought by police and locals after her mother clarified that all contact had been lost with the daughter since before the weekend. The tourist had been travelling alone in the Chiang Mai region and in constant contact until a sudden stop as she was close to the Burmese border, and family is worried that she may have crossed over and got lost. Banks and exchange booths here are not welcoming the Swedish Kroner, leaving tourists reliant on their debit and credit cards for cash. This follows claims that the Swedish National Bank isn't happy to accept back its own cash in exchange from non-Swedish banks. Disruption began at the start of the month following Sweden's banks' refusal since the start of the year to willingly buy back their own currency. The Karen Border Guard Force, BGF in Myanmar, has responded to Thailand's mention of power authorities here planning to cut off electricity supplies to the casino town just inside the border by threatening to close the bridges in the region linking Thailand to their country. The BGF, a government-approved force, has been accused in the past of involvement in the nefarious activities which are prevalent in the town and working alongside Chinese gangsters. So much so that the Burmese government appears to have requested the power cut following discussion with their Chinese counterparts who are keen to see the criminal underbelly, which often targets Chinese citizens in fraud, closed down. Thailand's PEA contract to supply ended yesterday. The BGF, they claim to have set up backup power for venues there, but not necessarily for the rank-and-file residents. In Suratani, 3 men and 3 women have been charged with selling fake overseas tours, duping online buyers out of around 27 million baht. Caught in their sales offices, they face claims from close to 100 customers that they'd all paid for discounted trips to Japan and Europe. The number of COVID-19 inpatients rose last week, seeing health authorities recommending vaccination for young people. Over 3,000 were hospitalised across the country in the 7-day period, with an unknown number being treated as outpatients. 68 deaths were attributed to the virus, mostly those with pre-existing conditions. Don't all sigh with relief at once, because despite a fire at the taxation department's document storage, records remain computerised and no one will escape their tax dues. That's the word from the excise department following a 3rd-floor fire at their headquarters in Bangkok, and they'll be fully operational today after the 3-day weekend. The cause has yet to be determined. Meanwhile at home, a 27-year-old half-Thai, half-Iranian man who admits stabbing his erstwhile pal after a row has turned himself into police. It seems that the two had been out drinking and stopped on a bike to buy fried chicken at 1 a.m. The one referred to the other as his bitch. He took offence and stabbed him, leaving him bleeding in the gutter and fled. It was locals who saved the injured 40-year-old. They called medics who took him away for treatment. And social media is awash in the city with amateur photographs taken of a Western tourist who was spotted in the Soi Buakhao area with an interesting body piercing, a fruit knife. It seems the man had ticked off a local Thai lady. They rowed. He used a chair to defend himself, and she firmly implanted the knife in his leg before fleeing. He refused medical assistance and would not go to hospital, leading many to conclude that he may have visa issues. But reality is, he reminded us all that behind the smiles and up-to-yous of the ladies of the night, even they have their limits. No word on what he did to upset her. And a British-linked bunch of do-gooders are annoying residents in the Hua Yai area by dumping their leftover food for feral dogs, often on private property. A combination of meat, vegetables and Yorkshire puddings thrown onto private driveways has led to a barrage of angry mutts blocking homes and business owners from entering as they protect their meals. The thoughtless do-gooders, they have plenty of open areas and car parks to feed on, and CCTV has been set up by many to catch them. Wondering as you might if you live in Pattaya, Most of the country has been blanketed with dark clouds, rain and storms over the past few days, and on many occasions they've covered our region too, but not a drop so far here. That may end today as storms are predicted, with promised highs of 31 dropping down to 27 and an otherwise very humid day. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.